What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crypto for You. Bitcoin just got rejected from the $42,000 area, and this is important because in my last video, I gave a severe prediction what Bitcoin would do if it got rejected from $42,000. And now that we did, I want to give you guys an update on that because I have found more patterns and more indicators showing why I believe we are about to see a fall down to first 38.6 and maybe even more. I want to talk to you guys about how far we could fall, how long this dump could last, and why we should not panic on these types of corrections. I'll talk about all that and more in this video, so let's get straight into the chart. Starting off with the update on Bitcoin, because now that Bitcoin, by the looks of it, got rejected from $42,000, I can see a pattern that Bitcoin is forming. Bitcoin is forming what seems to be a descending triangle on the 1 hour time frame. Now, this triangle is in fact bearish, and if we are to play out this triangle, then this could take us all the way down to 38,500. Now, the 38,500 to 39,000 area is a very huge support level, which is why I believe if we are going to fall down anywhere, it's to that level. I have four reasons why I believe we are about to fall down to there. Number one is, of course, this indicator that I said. This is a bearish pattern that could take us down to there. Number two, the reason I believe Bitcoin's about to fall down to 38,800 is because if we go on the Bitcoin futures chart, we do have a gap over here that ranges down to 39,200. So it makes sense psychologically for Bitcoin, if it dumps, to dump down and close this gap at around the $39,000 area. Number three, 39,000 is just an insane support level. 39,000 straight is number one, just a huge psychological area because it's straight 39,000. 39,000 and other round numbers like this are known to be very hard to break below and above. We can see this in Bitcoin's history when trying to pump to $60,000 in the previous bull market. We had insane supports that caused Bitcoin to make new all-time highs and saves from crashing down to $15,000. And when Bitcoin was going up to 60,000, it caused Bitcoin to fall all the way to 28 before resuming its goal to $60,000. So $39,000 is an insane support area. And number four, last but definitely not least, is we do have this ascending broadening wedge, a bearish pattern on the Bitcoin chart that could take us down to $39,000. And so right now we are falling from the top down to the bottom of this pattern, and the support level is straight at $39,000, or maybe a little lower at 38,900. But in general, that is the support place where I think Bitcoin's going to fall down to at the very least, because this pattern, like I said already, is bearish, and that target is not 38,000. The target is calculated like this. If we break $38,000, then we could potentially reach the target, which is all the way down at 34,100. What's amazing is how perfectly this matches up with, for example, the Fibonacci retracement, because that $34,000 area would mean that we are now inside of the golden pocket, which is usually where Bitcoin falls down to for corrections. And this fall from the top, from the yearly high down to there, would be a 23% pump. Now, many people are wondering, why should we not panic? Because in the beginning of my video, I said, don't panic. And this is very simple. This is just a regular cycle for Bitcoin. If we go back in time, you quickly start to understand that these types of dumps happen a lot and are not significant at all. Because, for example, we had a 90% pump right here, and then we had a 17% correction that lasted only 1 week before we came straight back up and continued the rally. And if we look at the overall pump that we had to $60,000, a lot of people call this a straight ride to the top because nobody remembers these small 17% crashes. And these crashes last between 7 and 30 days and can be as big as 10 to 30% corrections, and they quickly recover. And of course, people get worried every single year because they don't remember the previous crashes, but as soon as it happens right over here, It seems like it's big. But just look at this picture right over here that I have painted for you. This 10% crash when zoomed out on the daily time frame looks very small compared to this 90% pump that happened over the last 3 months. We can count this pump right over here that Bitcoin has as an insane bump. And of course, now we deserve a little cool down. Now we deserve a small correction down. So this correction that we are about to do is not going to last long. Combining that with the news that is coming out, with the Bitcoin halving that's coming out in less than 139 days, with the crypto ETF news that's going to be released in January, which is less than a month away. So, in the short term, yes, we could be seeing a price correction down to 38,800. If we break 38,800, yes, we could fall down to 34,100. But in the end, this is just a regular cycle in Bitcoin and it is nothing to panic about. Like I said, cycles, these kind of corrections last between 7 and 30 days. And so by the time we come up, that's when the Bitcoin ETFs are supposed to come out. And that's when we pump straight up and reach new higher highs and reach a new yearly high. And so these corrections are not anything to worry about. And by the way, we don't even need to fall down to 34,000. That's just the worst case scenario because we could just confirm support at 39,000 and continue our rise up. Fundamental analysis overpowers technical analysis. So real world news would cause Bitcoin to start pumping up and completely ignore all these patterns that I have drawn out right over here. So, of course, falling down to 38,800 is healthy, but it's not guaranteed. But remember, if we do fall down, this is not something to panic about. This is actually just a healthy correction in a bull market that will allow Bitcoin to step up and make another pump to the upside. Remember that just as you need to sleep every single day to rest yourself before jumping on to your next day, Bitcoin needs to rest the same before continuing its price movement to the other. A healthy bull market has breaks, has crashes down that last between 10% and 30%. Just remember that, and we will 100% turn around and continue rising up soon. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that post notification bell. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!